Good morning, students. Hope you are doing well and you have enjoyed the last class, the last session that I have prepared. And also, hopefully, you are staying safe from the deadly coronavirus. Please follow the instructions, stay safe, and hopefully, we can fight it back and everything will be back to normal. Okay, so for today's session, what I will do is we will discuss about the basics of isometric drawing, right? So in case of an isometric drawing, you have to understand that what is actually an isometric representation of an object, right? Now if you want to represent a 3D object in a 2D plane, then how would you represent it? For representing a 3D three-dimensional object in a 2D plane, we take the help of isometric concepts. Okay, so in case of isometric drawing or isometric design, whatever you say, we will align the object in such a way so that all faces of the objects are equally visible in front of you. Okay, so if you take the example of this drawing, you can see that we have got an object here where this edge of the object is at an angle of 30 degree with a horizontal line. If you draw it here, this edge of the object is at an angle of 90 degree with the horizontal line, with the same horizontal line, and this edge or this edge or this edge of the object is at an angle of how much? 180 minus 30, that is 150 degree with the horizontal line. If you take the angle from this side, that is in anti-clockwise direction, right? So if you orient the object in a particular orientation so that if each faces of the object is equally exposed in front of you, then you have to represent the object in the form of an isometric drawing. Okay, so for today's session we have got an assignment here which looks like a stair, as you can see, and the dimensions are already given. So what we will do is we will open AutoCAD, and in AutoCAD we will start off with a new drawing, right? So when you start off a new drawing, as all of you know, that we have to set the limits first. For setting the limits, I will type limits command. Okay, so the lower left corner will be always set at 0, 0. So 0, 0 is the lower left corner. Enter. The upper right corner will depend upon the drawing to which we are referring. So in this case, you can see this is 104, this is 72. So what I can consider is that we will set the upper right corner more or less near to 150, 150. So that will enclose the whole drawing in the screen. Okay, so 150, 150, enter. Then we will apply the limits to the screen, that is Z enter, A enter. Okay, so now the limits has been properly set. We will have to start off with our drawing, but before starting with the drawing, we have to bring our working space to the isometric plane. Okay, so for changing the working space to isometric plane, we have to type a command which is known as snap style. SNAPSTYL. Okay, snap style. Click on enter. The default value is 0, so we'll have to change the value to 1 and click on enter, and as you can see that the structure of the crosshair has also changed, and the screen has been aligned properly in the isometric plane. Okay, so in case of drawing an object in isometric plane, for this particular drawing we will try and keep the ortho on in most of the cases. Okay, so I will keep the ortho on and we will start off with the drawing. Now let me tell you, those people who are using PCs, computers in your home, I'm not talking about laptops, I'm talking about those who are using PCs in your home or wherever. In that case, you won't be facing any problem in order to change the isometric plane. Okay, but if you are using a laptop, then you will face problems in changing the isometric plane, because in case of laptops, the shortcut keys are the hotkeys, and whenever, for example, if I have to change the isometric plane, I have to click on F5. But if whenever, in most of the conditions, those who are using laptops, you will see that when you press F5, the isometric plane does not change. Okay, so in that condition you have to hold the function key and then click on F5 in order to change the isometric plane. So as you can see, I am changing the isometric plane: top, right, left, then again top, then again right, then again left. So every time I am pressing the function key and clicking on the F5 button to change the ISO plane. Okay, so in order to work on this ISO plane, you may have to frequently change the ISO plane and start your drawing. Okay, so keep the ortho on and change the ISO plane by clicking on F5. Okay, so now let us see. Now you can see that we have got a dimension here which is 104. Okay, so these portions are the top portions of the object, so I will have to accordingly change my ISO plane to the ISO top. Okay, so function key and F5, as because I am using a laptop, so I'll be holding the function key, so it's ISO left, I will change it to ISO top, ISO plane top, as you can see. Now I will select the line command. Now I will select a particular point, and as you can see, instead of drawing a horizontal or a vertical line, it is aligned in an ISO plane, just as the example that I have shown you here, that is this particular drawing. It will either arrange it in 30° or 90° or in 150°, so that we can complete our drawing in the ISO plane. Okay, so now for this particular drawing, I mean it's 104, so I will give 104 as the dimension of this particular line. Enter. Then again here this is 72, so 72 is the dimension here, 72. Now similarly we have got how much, 24 distance from here, so 24. Okay, then again we will extend this. How much? This is not given here, but we know that this will be how much. This is 72. 72 minus of 24, so 72 minus 24 is 48, so we will give this as 48. Enter. Then again this is how much, this much is 104 minus of 24, right? So 104 minus 24 is 80, so this is 80. Enter. And then we will join it, drag this point and join it here. Okay, right click, enter. So this portion of the object is done. Okay, now let us change the ISO plane now. So function F5, so I have changed it to ISO right. Let us come back to this diagram and see. Okay, so I will select this line option again. So if I want to draw it here like this, so this distance is how much? This distance is 48, as you can see here. So this is 48. Enter. Then again I have to change the isoplane to F5. So as you can see, I'm changing this to how much? This distance is 72. So this is 72. Enter. Then again, this will go up how much distance? 16 distance. So this is 16, right? Enter. Then again, this will go a distance of 24. So this is 24. Okay, make sure that the ortho is on, otherwise you will not be able to do it. So this is 16, this is again 24. Enter, and then we will join it here. Okay, so this part is also complete. Okay, now we will complete the remaining part. So for completing the remaining part, we have to go and work on this particular phase. So for this particular phase, we will again change it to F5. So it stop. Again we will change this to ISO right. Let us see. Okay, line, drag it from here. So this is how much distance? This distance is 104. So I will give a dimension of 104 here. Okay, and we will join it here, right? Again select the line command and we will track this point. And how much is the distance? This distance is how much? This distance is 104 minus of 24. So this is 80. Okay, 80. And then we'll again have to select the top face because we are drawing this line. So we'll select the top face by changing the isoplane F5. So this is the top face, again 24. Enter. Then we will join it here by you can change it again. Okay, let us see. Okay, we'll join it here, right? Click on escape. Again we will select the line command. We will draw a line here which is how much distance? Again it is 80. So this is 80. Enter. Then we will join it, function F5. We can join it here. Okay, and again we will select the line command. We can draw this particular line. This is also 80. Okay, so this is 80. Enter. We will join it here. Escape. Now again we'll select the line command and we will join these 2 points by changing the ISO plane F5. So I'll click it here. I hope sorry, so line, I'll select the line from here and draw it here. Okay, right click, enter. So I think the diagram is more or less complete, but we have to join it here also. So I'll select the line command. I will track this point and I will join it here. So the 3-dimensional representation of the object has been properly expressed in a 2-dimensional plane. Now after this we have to go for the dimensioning. Okay, so for the dimensioning part there is a trick here. Click on here and choose the aligned option. Mind it, we will be choosing the aligned option for drawing linear dimensioning, what you say in case of 2D drawings. Now we'll select the aligned option for this case, not the linear one. So I'll select the aligned one, and suppose I am dimensioning this part, so I'll click on this point, I will click on this point, and suppose I am dimensioning it like this. So let us dimension it quickly. This is 104. So again right click, repeat dimensioning, click it here and click it here. Okay, then we have got this 48. Okay, so again right click, repeat the dimensioning, click it here, click it here, and this is 48. 16. So aligned, I'm tracking these 2 points. Aligned, I'm also tracking these 2 points, right? and we have got this as 24. This is also 24 and this is also 24. So I will select this aligned option. Okay, I will select these 2 points, and suppose I am pointing it here like this. Again aligned. Again I will select these 2 options and we will do it like this. This is 24 again. So again right click, repeat the aligned option, select it, these 2 points, and bring it down like this. Okay, now you can see that the dimensioning that I have done is looking a little bit absurd, but it is not appropriately done as it is shown here in the tutorial. Okay, so we will make this as per shown in the diagram. So what you have to do is you have to go to this annotation, you have to go to this annotate option, then you have to go to this dimensioning option, and then click on this option, which is the oblique dimensioning. Click on oblique dimensioning, and it is asking me to select the object. So suppose I select this object and I want to align this object just as shown in this diagram. You can see, so I have clicked here and click on enter. Then we have to give the obliquing angle. Now the obliquing angle, you have to specify that this line will be aligned with this particular line. That means this line will be at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so am I clear? This is at an angle, this line or this line is at an angle of 30 degree. We want to align these 2 extension line at the same angle. So for that I have to either give 30 degree and align it like this, or there is another option. I will show it in this particular case. So I'll again go to this oblique. Okay, I will select this and click on enter. Now I may have to give the obliquing angle. Now in this case you can see the extension line are aligned with this particular line. This line is at an angle of how much? 150 degree with this horizontal line. So I may have to give 150 degree here, but what I will do, I will align this extension line as per this line. So I will select this end and this end, and as you can see it automatically gets oriented in the fashion. Okay, so here let us try it again. This is 48, so it is aligned, the extension lines are aligned with these lines. That means it is aligned at an angle of 150 degree with the horizontal. Therefore I will select the dimensioning, select the oblique option, select the dimensioning or the extension line, click on enter. Then this should be aligned with this line, so I will select this and this. Okay, so that's hopefully clear. So every dimensioning I will do it. So this is 16, that means we'll go to this oblique option, select this, again select this and click on enter, and I will align this as per any of the line which is at a particular angle. Okay, so again, so I will select the oblique option, I will select this, I will select this, and I will click on enter, and this line will be aligned with these lines. Therefore I will select this, I will select this. Now it's done, and we will also align this dimension. Again I will go for this oblique option, select the dimensioning, click on enter. Then this extension line will be aligned with reference to these vertical lines. So I will select one of the vertical line, any one of the vertical line, and as you can see it has been properly arranged. Okay, that completes your isometric drawing or design. We will refer to other tutorials. This is a very simple tutorial, but I hope you have got an idea about how to draw the isometric drawing, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.